Hi everyone, I'm Tina, the creative guru with Gems, Paper, Scissors, and today's challenge for Motivation Monday is Sage. And as you can see from my envelope, I am almost out. I had a lot of creative time over the weekend, and this is my last piece of sage left until my order comes in. So I was chuckling on my Upline's team page as she had issued this challenge this afternoon. And I'm like, I don't know if I have enough, but I do. I have this one beautiful, beautiful shade piece scrap. I don't know what I'm going to make because she posted the challenge at 5 o'clock today. So I haven't really done a lot of thinking on it, but I've decided I'm going to show you how to do the technique that I've been sharing a lot today in my blog at gemspaperscissors.com, as well as on my Instagram and Facebook group. So I'm going to put this little scrap into my embossing folder. If I had a smaller strip, I could feed it through the slat, at which point I could actually do a long strip down the center or on an edge for a scrapbook layout. But in this case, I have just a small piece. I'm going to step off to the side over here and turn on my embossing machine. I don't really like hand cranking, so I have a Gemini. So I'm just going to sandwich it between the two mats, turn it on, and feed it through. It's a little noisy, but I don't have to hand crank. So that's all there is to it. Now I'm going to move my camera and turn on my light. So hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing down below. So pardon the little wiggle wobble about for just a minute. Turn on my lower light and aim that down. Okay, so as you can tell, I really love my Gemini. I make a lot of projects, and so hand cranking gets exhausting for me. So I went on ahead and sent this through my embossing folder. You can see one side is raised and one side is not. So this is called de-stress versus de-embossed versus embossed. So we're going to take the raised section. I'm going to lay down a protective mat just to keep my dust controlled. And I'm going to flip the raised side up so it's nicely textured. And I'm just going to take, this is a nail buffing file, which is just sandpaper. It's pretty on a spongy block, so it's nice and easy to handle. They're really affordable. I think I probably got this one at maybe the dollar store, so $1, or in a stocking or something. Anyways, and you just go over the raised sections and sand off until it's worked as far as you want it. Typically, if you go one direction, you don't catch your paper as much and get it curled. But even if you do, it's really not a big deal. I tend to also like doing the edges more so that it has that distressed feel. And you notice the more I do this, the more the pattern shows through, right? So if you were to take just the strip, you could put it down the side of a card, or you could do it as a mat for photo placement on a scrapbook layout. Or as I already mentioned, you could go on ahead and have a long skinny strip that you feed through that slip on the embossing folder. So you could actually do an entire trim on a 12-page layout and just have it really dimensional and pop. So then you just go ahead and dust it off. See how much of the paper dust you've gotten there? So it's a pretty easy, fun technique. You can make it pop a little bit more by using our glitter gel. I got some of the moon dust in. So I'm going to grab my palette knife and open this up. I go through a lot of moon dust. It is my absolute favorite of the glitter gels. It's super pretty and really fine. Let's see if I can get my light turned enough so that you can really get a good look at that. Let's see here. There you go. So it's really fine, really shimmery. And I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So anyways, not the best view, but you kind of get the idea. So I'm going to use my palette knife. It's my go-to shape just because I don't get it put away long enough to worry about whether or not it's the one I'm going to grab. I have others in my bin, and if they were handy, I probably use them as much as this one, but this one is always there because I wash it and just dump it on my desk. It's kind of the lazy preference route, I suppose, but I'm just going to go over my textured spaces and see about getting a little shine on this. Not going to do the whole thing because then it takes away from the design, I feel. So I'm just going through and scraping it in on some of the more detailed sections on the flowers. Oh, this is good section with those little stamen space. And I'm smearing my edge along it just to kind of help smear it into that distressed space. And I think that's all I'm going to do with this one. After it has a chance to dry, I'm going to utilize this as a background for a scrapbook layout. But in the meantime, hopefully this will help get you motivated to play with your sage, try a new technique, and have fun this week with all of your creativity, recovering from Thanksgiving and going into the winter holidays, whether it's Hanukkah, Yule, Christmas, Kwanzaa, winter solstice, whatever gives you joy. I wish you well, and I will be back later this week with some more creative moments. Have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye for now.